What's up guys, my name is Ace, and we're currently in the 7th week of Season 3 of Modern Warfare 3, and there's still one more week to go when it comes to weekly challenges. And if we're going based off the images we saw in the Season 3 blog post, there's a possibility that we're going to be getting a 50 caliber M4 as an aftermarket part for week 8. In saying that though, it's also very possible that this was just a mistake on their end, and we may not be seeing this until a future season. In either case, it's just an interesting topic I thought I'd bring up today, because you might be wondering, where is this gun? It was advertised for Season 3, and we haven't seen it yet. So let's start this off with a recap from that original Season 3 blog post. They listed out descriptions for 7 aftermarket parts for Season 3, and at this point, we've seen every single one of them added to the game. Week 1 was the Jack Shadow Titan kit, Week 2 was the Jack Jawbreaker, Week 3 was the Jack Cutthroat stock, Week 4 was the Jack Revenger kit, Week 5 was the Wardens, Week 6 was the Jack Atlas kit, and then finally Week 7, this current week that we're in, was the Jack Patriot. And if you look at our weekly challenges, just like the previous seasons, we've got one more week to go here. And it's currently an unknown, but when we circle back to that image that they provided in that blog post, we have this aftermarket part right here, which states it's for the M4, and if you look really closely, it does look like the 50 Beowulf M4. You can see that based on the cartridges you can see in the magazine, as well as the giant muzzle brake on this thing, and it is listed as M4, but it's also labeled as the Jack Cutthroat, which we know is actually a stock that we already got. And it's interesting because right below this image in the blog post is where they have the descriptions, and the description was clearly accurate for the Jack Cutthroat. They describe it as a 3D printed stock that helps us with speed and stability while aiming down sight, which is exactly what the Jack Cutthroat stock does. So clearly something isn't lining up here, and it definitely appears they made some sort of a mistake here when it came to putting this image together. Now, does that mean we definitely won't be seeing this 50 Beowulf M4 for week 8? No, not necessarily. It's still a possibility that this is meant to come throughout Season 3, since it was in the Season 3 blog post. However, unfortunately, I think it's a bit more likely that this is going to be coming in a future season, perhaps Season 4. And the reason I say this is if we look back to Season 1 and Season 2, for both of those seasons, the Week 8 challenge was a weapon blueprint rather than an aftermarket part. So assuming that trend holds true, instead of this M4 kit, for week 8 of Season 3, we're most likely just going to be seeing a weapon blueprint of some sort that's just a cosmetic change. And that would also explain the clear mistake that was made with the image where it says Jack Cutthroat, but it's showing an M4. So I think whoever was making the graphics just selected the wrong image and accidentally selected something from a future season instead of an image of the Jack Cutthroat stock. But in either case, this image is legitimate, it is coming from an official source, and therefore this mistake does give us at least a sneak peek at what we can expect in the future for the M4. And I'm really looking forward to this kit whenever it does eventually arrive. I think this one could be a really interesting addition to the game, not only because it's just a cool sounding and looking weapon where you're firing a 50 caliber round out of an M4, but also I'm assuming this would effectively be like a conversion kit to a battle rifle. Because with a caliber like that, I'm assuming this is likely going to be a 3-shot kill to the body, which no assault rifle in the game can do. Only battle rifles are capable of doing that, and not even all of the battle rifles, just some of them. And that has me wondering, how are they going to balance this one? Personally, I'm really hoping they go the route of having a rate of fire of roughly 400 rounds per minute, with a consistent 3-shot kill potential to the body, at least within the maximum damage range, unlike the FTAC Recon, which has an extremely unforgiving 3-shot kill potential in full auto, which would give us a time to kill right around average at 300 milliseconds. And who knows, maybe they could even bump that rate of fire up to like 415, 425 rounds per minute. That would give that a much more competitive time to kill. Essentially, what I'm hoping for with this balance-wise is that it will be a much more competitive version of the Sidewinder in the game, because right now the Sidewinder is capable of getting a 3-shot kill to the body. However, its rate of fire is 375 rounds per minute, which means our time to kill potential with that isn't highly competitive. It's 320 milliseconds, and also, even after several buffs to this area, the Sidewinder still has pretty crazy recoil to deal with. So I'd really like to see this as a much more viable, competitive, 3-shot kill, full auto battle rifle that really properly holds its own in the meta in this game. When you have a slow fire rate like this, I would hope that it's going to be something that's high risk, high reward, unlike the Sidewinder, which is a perfectly usable gun, but at the end of the day, it is a high risk, fairly low reward gun, since you aren't really gaining any significant time to kill benefits for having that really low and unforgiving rate of fire. So there we go, just a super quick topic I wanted to cover today, since I have had a couple people ask me what's going on with this kit. It was in the Season 3 blog post, and we haven't heard any mention of it so far. My best guess is this is not coming for our Week 8 challenge of Season 3, but it's certainly still a possibility. I would just say don't hold your breath on this. It's more likely that this is coming throughout Season 4. Now, of course, these are just my thoughts though, and I'd love to hear from you guys in those comments down below. First off, do you think this 50 Beowulf M4 will be coming for our Week 8 challenge of Season 3, or do you think it'll be reserved for a future season? And second, how would you like to see this balanced? Do you agree with me? Do you think this should be a 3-shot kill with it being 50 caliber while making it a little more competitive than the Sidewinder is currently? Or are you hoping for something different with this balance-wise? Just let me know down below. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated. And don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.